Hello, and welcome to KidStrong Unboxed. My name is Zach, and today we are going to be unboxing and setting up the amazing KidStrong bed system. I have to say, after having this thing for a few weeks now, I can confidently say it really is awesome. My daughter absolutely loves it, and it was a huge upgrade from her previous toddler bed. Now, a couple things to note right off the bat. This is a twin-sized loft bed. It is not a toddler bed, and it is not a bunk bed. It is intended specifically for kids ages 3 to 6, but theoretically it could be used for as long as they fit comfortably in a twin-sized bed. It comes with everything you'll see in this video with the exception of the mattress. Any standard twin-sized mattress should fit, but you'll need to purchase that separately. Alright, now let's get into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is carefully open all of the packaging and remove everything that is inside. Your KidStrong bed system may ship in one box or 2 boxes, but that doesn't really matter, just get everything out and around the perimeter of your working area. Once all of the pieces have been removed from the packaging, go ahead and remove all of the cardboard and packing material from the area you're working in. You'll need this space to be clear of obstructions. Now, the bed system does come with detailed printed instructions which we followed when putting this bed together. So what you see in this video should be a visual representation of that. Alright, let's get started. Step 1 is to assemble the side panels. First, you'll want to lay out 2 of the leg posts that are marked as A and 2 of the cross beams that are marked as B, as shown here, minding the hole pattern orientation. The holes for the cross beams and the holes at the base of the leg post, which will be used later for the leg braces, should be facing inward towards the cross beams. You can also reference the image in the printed assembly guide if needed. Also, ensure that the shorter end of the cross beam's mounting plate is on the top side as shown in the assembly guide image as well. Next, attach the leg posts to the cross beams using 2 of the 50mm bolts that are marked as R and 2 of the barrel nuts that are marked as T, but make sure you don't tighten it fully. Repeat this process for the other 3 connection points as well. Then, repeat everything we just went over for the other side panel using the remaining leg posts and cross beams. Step 2 is to connect the leg braces. Carefully stand up one of the completed side panels and lean it against a wall or have someone help you hold it upright. Next, attach one of the leg posts to one of the leg braces marked as C using 2 50mm bolts marked as R and 2 barrel nuts marked as T, but be sure to not tighten them fully. The barrel nuts should be inserted on the leg brace side, and the 50mm bolts should be inserted on the outside of the leg post opposite the leg brace, as noted in the instruction manual. Note that the slots in the leg braces are to account for carpet pile. If you are installing the bed on a hard surface floor, put it as far down as it will go without touching the floor. Repeat this process on the other side with the other leg brace marked as C. Step 3 is to assemble the bed frame. Start by carefully standing up the completed side with the 2 leg braces, or have someone help hold them upright. Next, attach the leg posts from the other side panel you assembled to the leg braces using 2 50mm bolts marked R and 2 barrel nuts marked T, but do not tighten fully. Remember, the slots in the leg braces are to account for carpet pile. If you are installing on hard flooring, put it as far down as it will go without touching the floor. Repeat this for the other connection point. Step 4 is to attach the headboard and footboard. First, set the headboard marked D onto the upper cross beams on the end of the bed frame you intend to install it. Make sure that the larger cutouts face the leg posts. Now, lift up one side of the headboard and attach it to the leg post using 6 30mm bolts marked Q. Tighten it to help square the metal frame, but do not fully tighten them until all of the boards are in place. Repeat this process to attach the footboard marked E to the leg post using 4 30mm bolts marked Q. Note that the logo plate on the footboard should face outward. Step 5 is to attach the side rail. Have someone help lift the side rail marked F into position. The side rail can attach in either direction, but we recommend having the cutouts angled towards the footboard end of the bed. Attach the side rail to the leg posts and the crossbeam using 7 60mm bolts marked S and 7 barrel nuts marked T. Note that the 3 holes on the footboard end of the side rail allow the pull-up bar to attach at various heights. Do not use any bolts here until you are ready to attach the pull-up bar. This only applies to the end you are planning to put the pull-up bar on. Use a bolt in the top of the 3 holes on the other end. Step 6 is to attach the climbing holds. Lay the 2 climbing boards marked H on the floor and plan out the climbing route with 12 climbing holes marked as O. Follow our suggested route in the assembly guide or plan out your own. Just don't place any holds in either of the top 2 innermost locations. The brace will attach there later. Attach the 12 climbing holds to the climbing boards using 24 20mm bolts marked as P and 24 barrel nuts marked T. Step 7 is to attach the front panels. First, line up the 2 ladders marked G and the 2 climbing boards on the front of the bed. Insert a barrel nut marked T through the ladder board and into the metal of the bed frame to loosely hold it in place. Next, attach the ladder to the leg posts and cross beams using 5 barrel nuts marked T and 5 60mm bolts marked S. Repeat this process for the 2 climbing boards and the other ladder. Step 8 is to brace the climbing boards and to tighten all bolts. Start by attaching the brace marked I across the gap of the 2 climbing boards on the inside using 4 20mm bolts marked P and 4 barrel nuts marked T. This will use the 4 top inner holes of the climbing boards. Now that the boards have all been attached, go back and tighten all of your connection points. Work your way from one end of the bed to the other. Be sure that all connection points are fully tightened before anyone uses the bed. Step 9 is to apply the included hook and loop tape to the bed slats. Remove the adhesive backing paper on one side of the hook and loop strip marked X. Apply the hook and loop strip to the bottom of the bed slats marked K on the very edge of the last wooden slat. Note that the bottom of the bed slats is the side that has the nylon straps. Repeat this process for the other 7 hook and loop strips, placing them on the edge of the last 2 slats on each end, as shown in the assembly manual. Next, position the bed slats on the upper cross beams of the bed frame. Lift up the bed slats, remove the other adhesive's backing paper, and press them down so they stick to the cross beams. Step 10 is to assemble the slide. Carefully place the slide base marked L on its edge and line up the left slide rail marked M so that the slide base fits into the inner groove on the right slide rail marked N and the holes on both boards are aligned. Attach the left slide rail M to slide base L with 5 30mm bolts marked Q. Repeat this process to attach the right slide rail N to the slide base using 5 30mm bolts marked Q. Step 11 is to attach the slide. Using the slots on the ends of the slide rails, place the slide on one of the ladders so that the slide rails rest on the top of the ladder. Step 12 is to attach the pull-up bar. First, determine the desired height of the pull-up bar by having your kids stand at the end of the bed and reach up as high as they can. Depending on the desired exercise, they should be able to reach the bar and get a firm grip from a standing position or with no more than a slight hop. Next, set the pull-up bar at the desired height on the leg post using 4 barrel nuts marked T. Then attach the pull-up bar to the leg post on the front side of the bed with 2 50mm bolts marked R. If the pull-up bar is using any of the holes of the slide rail on the back side of the bed, use the 60mm bolts marked S. Use 50mm bolts marked R wherever the slide rail holes are not being used. If the pull-up bar is not using the top hole of the slide rail, use a 60mm bolt marked S and a barrel nut marked T to attach the top corner of the side rail to the leg post now. Step 13 is to add hole caps. Insert a hole cap marked U in every exposed hole in the metal pieces of the bed. And that's it. The KidStrong bed system is now complete. Make sure you read and understand all warnings at the beginning of the written manual. Make sure you inspect the bed regularly to ensure that all connection points are tightened securely. Use only a standard twin-size mattress that is 75 inches long and 38 inches wide. Ensure that the thickness of the mattress and foundation combined does not exceed 6 inches, and that the mattress surface is at least 5 inches below the upper edge of the guardrails. Ultimately, it is your choice to decide if your kid is ready to level up with the KidStrong bed system, but we know that when they do, they will enjoy it for years to come.